Mentioning the standings earlier, Erie comes in 5th in the conference. 4 points behind Ohio. It goes Flower City, Ohio, RNY, Cleveland, and then Erie, followed up with Niagara 18-12, Buffalo, and Syracuse. So critical game for Erie to stay in the top half. Boy, that one against Cleveland when they had a man advantage, but ended up falling on the road. That's one that you wonder if that'll come back to haunt them. There had been a red card in that game. But credit Cleveland, they were able to hold on for the win despite being a man down. Once again, Erie in the purple jerseys today, raising awareness for Alzheimer's. And, of course, if you'd like to donate, you can go online to the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Pennsylvania. Chance perhaps here for Ohio, and it's cleared away. There's a charity flag football game coming up on Friday that I'll be lucky enough to be a part of for the 3rd straight year. It benefits the Alzheimer's Association, and also a walk this fall, so plenty to get involved if you live in the Northwest Pennsylvania area but are watching tonight, couldn't make it to Mercyhurst. That one played in, but off to the right, and O'Brien in net today for Erie tracks it down. Harry O'Brien, the keeper, in that neon orange. Boy, nice ball up ahead. Keeper is out, but that was well done by the defender. Didn't catch his number. Najar 6 was the one that made the nice play to thwart the Erie opportunity. It was Charlie Peterson, local product, giving chase there for Erie, number 8. You saw Moreira just saying, hey, we'll slow it down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. You saw that gesture as he played it over to the far side. And we're going to have a corner, first corner coming up for Erie. Worshner will take it. Headed out, got a head on it there, but just couldn't get it in the direction of the net. It was a good corner. That was Buckley that got his head on it, but just couldn't get the angle correct. And now we've got contact and free kick coming up for Ohio. Short turnaround for Erie, a rare midweek game coming up on Wednesday right here at Mercyhurst. So hope you can join us in person. If not, check out the stream. That's coming up on Wednesday. Now perhaps a chance for Ohio. Nice give and go. Is he onside? I guess he was. And boy, contact, tripped up, and the Ohio bench is apoplectic. They wanted a whistle there, and they didn't get it. They may have had a point. That was Spratt, 9. Did look like some contact, and I believe he was in the box, so that could have potentially been a PK. But they play on. Maybe a break for Erie. I'd have to see the replay. It wasn't egregious contact, so maybe the refs thought better safe than sorry. And we're going to get a corner. Second corner of the evening for Ohio. Low liner, that time it was Erie, the aggrieved party. They wanted a whistle, did not get it. And a well-played game so far here. We're in just about the 15th minute. Middle ricocheted, but could not bring that down to his feet in time. And O'Brien corrals it for Erie. It was Josh Lord, number 10. Minor contact there. That was nicely done by Harris to quickly get up and recover. I would think, too, with this hot, humid weather, that we'll see the refs give these teams a water break at some point, probably in each half. That one taken away, well done. And a nice ball up ahead, 1-on-2. Keeper all the way out. Look out, keeper's out. Chance for Katsande, couldn't get it. Boy, Katsande had a chance now. A nice ball to the near side to Anberg. Boy, look at those moves, but he has it poked away. Yeah. There's a cross, knocked away. That was well done, but Erie's still with it. Into the middle. And nothing doing. 17th minute. No score. And really no opportunities of note for either side. That was probably the best scoring chance for either side, with Katsande there with the keeper Ernest out, but just couldn't get it. He didn't have anyone down there with him. And that's going to be a goal kick. Nineteenth minute, no score. Well played game so far. Clean. Erie with just 2 more home games left. I mentioned that game on Wednesday, and then they close things out July 5th against Cleveland. At the home slate I referred to. Played up, nobody there for Erie.
Once again, fans, the Commodores would like to thank Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Erie Insurance, and John Russell Brewing for their support throughout the 2025 campaign.
Still not much by the way of scoring opportunities here, as we're now in the 21st minute. Well, the warm weather doesn't seem to have affected either side really at all. We haven't seen any issues. I mean, it's not like we're in the Sahara here. I mean, but it is very hot and humid. It gets, I mean, if you live in the Cleveland area, you know, living on the lake, it can get mighty humid here when the formula is right. Chance, that ball did not get through. But a chance perhaps. He's got a man on the near side. Didn't see him down in the corner, and Erie's going to be able to take control. Boy, they may have had a shot at a cross there, but I don't think Spratt ever saw him down in that corner, and maybe something now for the Commodores. The player for Ohio down and was very unhappy. I'm not going to say what he said, but was very unhappy that he did not get a whistle. And in fact, one of the coaches from Ohio is going over and pointing out that play right now, wondering why a whistle was not blown. And you get a warning, it sounds like, on one of the Erie players. And now the referee, boy, you love to see that. He went to Omar, mentioned he was unhappy that he didn't get the whistle, and said, look, I missed it. And, boy, you love to see that when the referee in any sport just says, hey, I missed it. I'll get it next time. They always say the old adage, the worst thing a referee or an umpire can do is the proverbial makeup call. The two bad calls don't make the first one better, but certainly good to see. Never seen that with Angel Hernandez behind home plate, that's for sure. There's two balls out there right now. I'm going to get that straightened out, and they do. And boy, oh boy, nickel dimer there. '25th minute, no score here. Erie and Ambassadors FC Ohio on this night to benefit. Oh, that's got to be a whistle, and it is, and just outside of the box. So a great opportunity here for Ohio. Not the easiest of angles, but let's see if they're able to capitalize. They do have that wind at their back. That should help here. Najjar is trying to bend it in. We'll see who ends up taking it here. There's two of them over there. And now they finally turn him loose. Boy, that's a nice ball. Diving to his right is O'Brien, and he makes the stop. That thing had some giddy up on it, and we'll have a corner. Third corner of the evening for Ohio. A little confusion here, and looks like it will be a goal kick. Throw coming up for the Commodores. And that will be a goal kick.
Tonight's game supports the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Pennsylvania. If you would like to get more involved or to donate, visit the merchandise tent at the entrance to the stadium. Next week, join in on the fun at the Cathedral Prep Event Center Friday night, 7 o'clock, for the Rivals flag football game. You can also sign a team up for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. That is scheduled for September 20th. Alzheimer's does not discriminate, and we thank the Commodores for raising awareness tonight. The Commodores would also like to thank Northwest Savings Bank, Presque Isle Dowsing Casino, Hershey Food Service, Budweiser, Michelob Ultra, Visit Erie, UK 6, Erie Insurance, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, and John Russell Brewing Company for their support throughout the 2025 season.
And they get the water break here at the 28-minute mark. So they'll rehydrate and head back out there in a couple of minutes.
Fans, we hope you join us for the Commodores' next home game. That's this coming Wednesday, June 25th, when they host RNY FC at 6 o'clock right here at Mercer University. That game will benefit Emmons Footprints. Again, that's this coming Wednesday, June 25th at 6 o'clock.
So the water break is concluded. Again, well-played game. We've seen no cards so far. No chippiness, but also no real scoring threats. A few corners, but that's been about it. I haven't really had that one that you would think back on. Thirty-second minute, still scoreless. And Katsande goes down, no whistle. And boy, a very late whistle that time. And Peterson very much unhappy with that call. He tried a little give and go there, did not take. Once again, if you're just joining us, Commodores in the purple uniforms today to raise awareness for Alzheimer's. And I suspect those jerseys will be sold to benefit Alzheimer's, the Alzheimer's Association after the game. They probably wash them, I would think. Chance perhaps here for the Commodores. That one poked away. Down in the corner, they have they're in the process of renovating the press box up here at Mercyhurst, and they have it was basically one big room, and now they've put up walls, which is good if you're doing, there's multiple broadcasts. As that one is loose in front, we'll see if Erie can come up with it here. And they cannot, but it does make the sight lines for the angles when it's down in the corner a little bit difficult. Boy, nice cross header, and it's in! Oh, what a cross, and what a shot! And Erie leads at 1-0. That's Peterson. What a play.
Listen, that's too close to our goal to give them time. I know you're in a block phase there, but it has to be urgency within 30, 35 yards, right? Hey, how do we react? Let's go. How do we react?
Boy, that, you will not see a prettier pass and goal than that.
Erie Commodores goal scored by number 8, Charlie Peterson.
That might be the goal of the year, at least certainly that I've seen. And it is 1-0 Erie here in the 36th minute. Just a beautiful cross and a beautiful header. And you heard, perhaps you picked up the Ohio coaches saying, hey, you know, just move on. How do we respond? So we'll see. But phenomenal play. And Erie's out in front 1-0. Would love to take that lead in the locker room. Now Erie looking for more. Lee plays it over. Now they flip it to the far side. Boy, the wind has really picked up. You can hear the tent on the roof of the press box going, and that one just goes wide. Erie nearly had their second goal of the game. Boy, from this angle, I thought that thing was going in. It stays 1-0. That wind, if it keeps up in the second half, will be at Erie's back. But I always talk about the wind up here, and it never seems to factor in. But you could hear the fabric tent rippling in the wind. Boy, dangerous play here. Played all the way back. He cannot touch that with his hands. O'Brien had to just kick it out of there. Not sure what that was all about. Erie looking for a clear. They don't get it. Oh, and that pass just a little bit too far for Harris. Boy, another half step. He might have had a great angle to the net, but it'll be a goal kick. And O'Brien plays it short. .39th minute. We will have a decent amount of extra time. They gave him that water break, so I would guess 3-4 minutes. But a prettier goal you will not see from Peterson, and just as beautiful of an entry pass. Peterson, I mentioned earlier, the local product from McDowell. And played his college soccer right down the road at Gannon. Was injured in 2024. I don't know if he has any eligibility left or not. Gannon and Mercyhurst here, where we're playing, used to be arch rivals, but now Mercyhurst has made the jump to Division I to the NEC. And if Erie wins this game, and boy, they're playing well, we might have to keep these purple jerseys around. Long cross, too long, and it'll be a goal kick. Boy, that was a heck of a strike. When Notre Dame beat USC in '77, Dan Devine kept the green jerseys, and throughout the rest of his tenure as coach, they went back to the blue when Jerry Faust took over in '81. .42nd minute, 1-0 Erie. And they just want to get into the locker room with that 1-0 lead. Be a huge win if they could get it here. That should be a handball. No whistle. And finally a very late whistle. I think the ref there was just waiting to see if Erie retained possession. And when he realized that they didn't, then he blew the whistle. So no harm, no foul. Free kick for Erie from near midfield. Sort of like in the NBA, you'll see those late whistles on a drive to the rim. If the ball goes in, the refs maybe swallow the whistle if he misses, and they'll put him on the free throw line. Well, no whistle there. 21 couldn't tell if he got tripped up or if he just tripped over his own 2 feet. Didn't look like a lot of contact, so perhaps a good no call there. As Ernest boots it away, the keeper. I believe that goal by Peterson is the only shot on goal for either side. Another Erie player down. '45th minute. I'll try to let you know how much extra time we have. I think I heard her say 4 minutes, so we'll go with that. And again, if you're wondering why so much, it's because they gave them the much-needed water break here. It's about, I would say, upper 80s and a lot of humidity. So we're into extra time.
4 minutes, extra time, 4 minutes.
And halftime will be about 15 minutes, then we'll be back with you. And that one sails out. Throw coming up. So that's our first card of the evening. Katsande with a chance here in front, and it went right to the keeper. Boy, that was a good effort by Katsande. Ernest with the stop, and were they offside? Or is that the end of the half? I think that's the end of the half. So, Erie with a 1-0 lead on Peterson's brilliant header. We'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Don't forget to stop by the concession stand, food, beverages, and beer from John Russell Brewing Company. Also, don't forget to stop by the merchandise stand at the entrance to the stadium to purchase all of your Commodores gear, as well as to learn more and to donate to the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Pennsylvania. If you would like to get more involved, next week, join us at the Cathedral Prep Event Center Friday at 7 o'clock for the Rivals Flag football game to benefit the Alzheimer's Association, or you can sign up for the walk to end Alzheimer's, which will be held September 20th. Alzheimer's does not discriminate, and we thank the Commodores for raising awareness tonight.
We did not have any substitutions in that first half. I suspect we will see a few, more than a few, here in the second half. And if you're just joining us again, Erie on this night when they are shining a light on Alzheimer's and certainly looking to work towards a cure, and Erie with the purple jerseys tonight to raise awareness for Alzheimer's, as you can go online to the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Pennsylvania if you'd like to donate. There's a flag football game. I'll be on the public address for that girls flag football game on Friday here in Erie. Not that me being on the call would give anyone reason to want to watch or go, but it is a really fun event for a great cause. And then there's a walk on September 20th in Erie as well. Of course, you can just go online and donate. That wind really has not only not died down, it has picked up, and it's going to be at the back of Erie in the second half. I'm worried about that canvas that's up on top of the press box. That one is kept in down there. Harris did a good job to track it down. We are here at Saxon Stadium on the campus of Mercyhurst, formerly known as Tullio Field. And the name changed a few years ago. They've done a great job with it, with the turf and the new lights a couple years ago, and now they're renovating the press box. Let's see if Erie can get this going down the other way. A little bit too far. Going to get a push down there. It didn't seem like a ton of contact, but again, I'm biased. '50th minute. Still 1-0 Erie. It's been a high-quality game in terms of the play. And a look out here. Shot just goes tall. It actually ricocheted off of the goalpost and came back down. Boy, that was a heck of a move by Spratt. And that's got to be a little concerning for Erie that he was able to get so far down there. Boy, and now a great opportunity for Erie, looking to make it 2-0. Here's the shot. It gets through, and Erie does lead it 2-0. Keeper was out, couldn't get it. And the Commodores strike. That's Worstner. Just a great move, and you love the aggression. He did not dilly-dally with the keeper. Not much the keeper could do there. He had to come out. He was in a no-win situation, and Worstner blasted through, and Erie leads at 2-0 here now in the 51st minute.
Erie Commodores goal scored by number 17, Worcester.
So Worstner makes it 2-0 Erie, and boy, is that frustrating if you're Ohio. You went into the locker room with those adjustments, and just 5 minutes into the second half, Erie strikes to make it 2-0. But a big-time goal by Worstner to get some breathing room for the Commodores. This one played up. Can they make it 3-0? Kitsande, nice move, plays it back. He works a corner out of it. Boy, that's a huge turn of events, because toward the end of the first half, you got the feeling that a light switch had maybe come on for Ohio as they were starting to control the field position. But Erie with that huge goal by Worstner, and it's 2-0. Boy, another opportunity now. And that one just missed. Boy, this would be, and look, there's a long way to go in this game. We're only in the 54th minute, but this would be a huge result for the Commodores. You're going over the Great Lakes standings earlier. Corner on that far side for Erie in the purple jerseys today. Nice corner headed, loose in front, still loose, and boy, what a nice job by Ernest, risking life and limb. He very nearly got kicked right in the face, but he was able to get it. It was free for a moment, but a great play by Ernest to smother it, and it stays 2-0, Erie in front. We've got a player down for Ohio. We're also going to get our first sub of this match. Adrian Nunez-Quiros number 29, is going to check in for Ambassadors FC Ohio. At some point he will check in. He's been standing over there for quite a while.
Once again, fans, tonight's game supports the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Pennsylvania. If you'd like to get more involved or to donate, visit the merchandise tent at the stadium entrance.
And we are in the 56th minute. It is 2-0 Erie. Peterson with the brilliant header in the first half on the pass from Anberg, and Worstner took it in himself. Now we've got an Erie player, and that is Worstner, and looks like a cramp. Not surprising given the humidity. And once again, fans, the Commodores would like to thank all of their season sponsors, including Erie Insurance, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Northwest Savings Bank, Presque Isle Downs and Casino, Curtsy Food Service, Budweiser, Michelob Ultra, Visit Erie, U-Pick 6, and John Russell Brewing Company. Don't forget, fans, to stop by the concession stand with food, beverages, and beer from John Russell Brewing Company. So Worstner is still being tended to on the sidelines. I'm obviously not a physician, but it certainly looks like a cramp. So Erie substituted for him, so they are not down a man, so we'll see if we see him again. But it is 11 on 11. Sometimes you see a player just run out and run back in. And he's laying back. Those things really can be annoying. I mean, they can, sometimes they resolve themselves right away, but sometimes they can really linger. Now we have a Commodores player going down back there. And once again, to the chagrin of the Ohio coaches, they have not been happy with several of the calls here this evening. Worstner is now up and walking with a slight limp, but he's got the penny on his head. His evening, I think, is over. But a good one is he scored that second goal to make it a 2-0 ball game. Erie looking to really give themselves a comfortable margin here with one more goal. All kinds of room on the near side. Let's see if they flip the field. They did not. Boy, a heck of a strike. That one went off the netting behind the net. And it's a goal kick. We'll be back with you on Wednesday night, a rare midweek game. And we may be getting a card here. Certainly a foul, and the Ambassadors players are pleading their case. They wanted a card. It doesn't look like they are going to get one. But that will be against RNYFC Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, right here at Mercyhurst. If you can't make it, watch the stream. Second substitution of the evening. Kyle Spodnik, number 18, will check into the game for Ohio. Still no subs from Erie. Well, I shouldn't say that. There was the one when Worstner got hurt. And boy, and now we're going to get a yellow on the coaches. And this was, I had a feeling this might happen. I mean, this has been bubbling to the surface. That's about the fourth or fifth time that the Ambassadors bench was really unhappy with a call. We actually saw a coach earlier this season for the opposition get ejected. He got 2 yellows and had to leave. This one played back, and O'Brien boots it away. Boy, high kick. Boy, he really nailed that one. So one more yellow, and one of the coaches would have to leave there on the bench, but very unhappy with some of the 50-50 calls tonight. Hasn't been a chippy game, hasn't been overly physical, just not happy with some of the results. And now we're going to get a foul. And a free kick. And the bench was just warned again. Like the frustration starting to really reach a max for FC Ohio. The other end of the spectrum, these purple jerseys for Erie, they look sharp. Purple and black is a good color combo. You should stick with them. Why not? Pending the outcome, obviously. 63rd minute, 2-0 Erie. Ohio looking to draw closer. They cannot on that trip. Peterson and Worstner with the 2 Erie goals. Worstner's was unassisted. It was Enberg with the brilliant cross on Peterson's goal back in the first half. Free kick coming up. Might be out of bounds, actually. It is. Corner coming up for Ohio. This is their first corner attempt of the second half. 65th minute. Boy, that was a nice cross. Didn't get home, however. All alone down there, all kinds of room, and the shot goes wide. Boy, that seemed like a defensive lapse for Erie. They got away with one there. We're going to get another sub coming up for Ohio. That shot is in! Oh, what a strike! And it finds the back right corner. And Erie now in command, 3-0. What a ball. That was Badmagian with a great strike.
Erie Commodores goal scored by number 27, Lucas Badmagian.
So Erie in command. This is, in my opinion, unqualified opinion, the best they've looked all year. I mean, and Erie has not lost a regular season game at home, but they had that exhibition loss. But, boy, they have been sharp today against a team that was ahead of them in the standings, and now in the 67th minute, they lead at 3-0. Just a huge result if it holds up for the Commodores in terms of looking at the postseason and looking at that Great Lakes division. Ben Mihalik will sub in at his next available opportunity for Ohio, and that will be right now, number 16. He replaces Dan O'Callahan. Yeah, we're going to get free kick, I think, over there. Boy, thank goodness for that win today, that breeze. Otherwise, it would really be toasty. DeJuan Barthley getting ready to check in for Erie. Number 18, that their first conventional sub, I should say. Again, Worcester left because of the cramp. And he will replace Charlie Peterson, who had that beautiful header, that diving header that put Erie on the board, started the scoring in this game. So a good day's work for him. As we are in the 69th minute, and it is 3-0. Erie in front. Foul there. Boy, didn't see any contact. Not sure what that was about. Nevertheless. 71st minute, if I could say that correctly. Oh, Commodores player gets whacked to the ground. Didn't see the number, but there was no whistle. They really have let them play in this game. And maybe the best scoring opportunity of the evening so far for Ohio. That one booted out, and Erie wants a foul on Ohio. They're not going to get it. We're going to get a corner, and now we've got an extracurricular situation. There was some shoving, but it quickly ended as the player for Ohio that was doing the shoving just ran down to the corner. There's an Erie player down right in front of the net. We'll check who that is. Hopefully he's okay. That was an eventful sequence. I believe that's Moreira, who's now sitting up.
Once again, fans, tonight's game supports the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Pennsylvania. Next week, join in on the fun at the People Prep Event Center Friday at 7 for the Rivals Flag football game to benefit the Alzheimer's Association. Or you can sign up for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. That will take place September 20th. Alzheimer's not discriminates, and we thank the Commanders for raising awareness here tonight.
Well, nobody's gone over to check on. Now we've got a yellow issued, I believe, to somebody from Ohio for jawing. They're still jawing. Meanwhile, Moreira is still down. Now he's finally up. This has been a bizarre sequence here. We're getting some subs as well. And after all that, it's going to be a corner. Now that yellow might have been for the shove as well. And Ohio needs something here, down 3-0, obviously. That one goes over everybody. 32, Novak getting ready to check in for Ohio. And 14, Noah Hansel for Erie. There's the shot, and it was stopped. Ernest was able to get a hand on it, and now he rolls it up ahead. (28) Amari will check in for Erie as well. Well, I thought he was. Now he's walking back to the bench, so maybe not. '75th minute. Erie in front 3-0. They led it 1-0 at the break. And now a chance here. All kinds of room on the near side, but they just couldn't get it to Anberg. Now he's got it, and he still has all kinds of room. Splits defenders. Nice move. Shot goes high. That would have been good if it had been a field goal. And it actually deflected. Looks like it'll be a corner. And now those subs that I mentioned. Novak, well, maybe not. At some point, Novak will check in for FC Ohio. Now he will. And I mentioned Noah Hansel and Amari will come in for Erie. Well, the doubt may have been removed already, but if they can get one more error, it would really remove all doubt. To paraphrase the great Tom Hamilton, who has not had much to speak glowingly about this season. Header, that one tall, nice effort, but a little bit tall. Been a rough year for the Cleveland Guardians. And I think they're going to give them a water break here in the 77th minute.
Once again, fans, the Commodores would like to thank their 2025 season sponsors, including Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Erie Insurance, Northwest Savings Bank, Presque Isle Downs and Casino, Hershey Food Service, Budweiser, Michelob Ultra, Visit Erie, UPIC 6, and John Russell Brewing Company. Don't forget, fans, join us this coming Wednesday, June 25th, when your Commodores host RNYFC at 6 o'clock right here at Merchandise. That game will benefit Emmons Footbridge. Again, that's this coming Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
All right, so the water break has ended. We're now in the 79th minute. We're going to have a good amount of stoppage time here when the time comes. And Erie in control, 3-0. Peterson, Worsner, and Babmagian with the goals for the Commodores. Anberg had the assist on the first goal. The other two were unassisted, as far as I know. And now we're going to get a yellow on an Erie player for, must have been for some jawing. I don't think he liked the call there. So we'll be back with you Wednesday night. If you can make it to Mercyhurst, we hope to see you here. If not, check out the stream. 6 o'clock start. And the forecast calls for it to be just as hot then as it is today. So these players eat a lot of bananas and drink a lot of Gatorade. John Slidowski getting ready to enter the game for Ohio. Number 7. Now 80th minute, 3-0 Erie. Boy, great speed from Depperschmidt, plays it up ahead. And we're going to get a throw for Erie after this substitution. It turned into a beautiful night. Just wish it was 10 degrees cooler. Boy, nice ball there into the middle. That was really well done, but just a little bit too far ahead for Barthley. But Erie still has it, and there's room on the near side, and they go to the near side, but didn't get there. Played up. Is he onside? Yes, I guess he was. Nice play by Ernest coming out to smother that ball. And boy, they're going to get a foul there, and the entire Erie bench is up disagreeing with it. I thought he might have clipped him a little bit. Imagian pleading his case, but the entire Erie bench up in unison protesting that call. It'll be a free kick. Now in the 83rd minute. Again, we're going to have probably 5 minutes of stoppage time, if not more. Slidowski, who just checked into the game, will try to get Ambassadors FC Ohio on the board here. One travel a little bit too far to the left. Erie unable to clear it, though. Middle. Chipped up. It was good recovery there by the Commodores. Matthew Aspinall getting ready to check in for Ohio. 28. They have subbed quite a bit more than Erie in this game. Hasn't affected the outcome. Erie in front 3-0. Look out. Kitsande onside. Now they tracked him down. That was great hustle from Omar Najjar there, number 6, to track him down. And we've got another Erie player slightly banged up. I think that is Katsande. '86th minute, 3-0 Erie as they close in on another home victory. And another victory in general, and a huge one in terms of the standings. And this will go the other way. So Aspinall is in. And Katsande checks out for Erie now as we are in the 88th minute. Tried a little give and go there. Good effort, didn't work. Contact in the middle, no whistle. They play on, and Erie gets the clear. Now in the 89th minute. '90th minute now, 3-0 Erie, closing in. Going to get a PK, but it's too little too late, barring a miracle. This is Najjar taking it. And he got it. So it's 3-1 in the 90th minute. Erie's still in front.
Ambassadors FC Ohio goal scored by number 6, Omar Najjar.
So they're going to give him 5 minutes, so that theoretically gives Ohio a little bit of life here. down 2 as we have started extra time. 5 minutes. And you can see a little pep in the step of Ohio here. And we got a throw coming up for Ohio. In the middle, boy, this looks like a different team over the last 2 minutes or so. Talking about Ambassadors FC. And I think that might have been what the Commodores were thinking. I'm not going to repeat what Dylan Sumner just said, but he was not happy with their play over the last couple of minutes. We're a minute in to 5 of extra time, so 4 minutes left. And taken away, nicely done over on that far side. Boy, the Erie players are just going down like flies at the moment. Finally, they get a whistle. And a free kick, and obviously Erie will take its sweet time here setting up. We're now 2 minutes into extra time. They gave them 5 total, so 3 minutes left. All kinds of room here on the near side, and they find it. But Magian was over there. He scored the most recent Erie goal. And this one blasted down, and that should thwart any chance that Ohio had as this goes all the way down to the other end now. We're 2:40, so just past halfway through extra time here. They gave him 5 minutes. We're now 3:15 into the 5-minute stoppage time. Erie in front 3-1. Got about a minute left now in stoppage time. Erie in front 3-1. That one is intercepted and booted back down the field. That was Tucker, who has gone the distance here tonight. These guys are going to need IVs. Of course, they're in a lot better shape than I am. About 40 seconds left here in stoppage time. And that'll be cleared away. That should do it. And, boy, obviously a hold there. They're going to get a card. Yeah, that was fairly blatant. I'm not sure what that was all about. And we're at the 5-minute mark, so I would think after they boot this one away, it'll be goodnight nurse. And that'll do it. So a big win for Erie. They draw closer in the Great Lakes Division, and they win it 3-1. We'll see you Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. This has been Jack Quinn. So long, everybody.
Final score, your Erie Commodores 3, Ambassadors FC Ohio 1. We thank you for attending tonight's game in support of the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Pennsylvania. If you'd like to get more involved, join us next week, Friday, at the Cathedral Club Event Center at 7 o'clock for Rivals Flag Football to benefit the Alzheimer's Association, or sign a team up for the Walk to End Alzheimer's September 20th. Alzheimer's does not discriminate, and we thank the Commodores for raising awareness tonight. And once again, the Commodores would like to thank all of their sponsors, including Erie Insurance, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Northwest Savings Bank, Presque Isle Downs and Casino, Hershey Food Service, Budweiser, Michelob Ultra, Visit Erie, U-Pick 6, and John Russell Brewing Company. Have a great rest of your weekend, ladies and gentlemen.